you may not know this, but we're celebrating 160 years of service by programs that support youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. And I cannot think of a more relevant and historically significant day than today, which is YMCA's Social Responsibility Day, to officially announce a collaborative partnership between State Attorney Angela Alsobrooks' office, the YMCA, long before the Penn State scandal. YMCAs throughout the country were trying to figure out how to deal with this hidden epidemic. And so we began working together to figure out what would be the best way to abuse-proof our YMCAs when we realized that this is not just a YMCA problem. This is not just a youth servant agency problem. This is an entire community problem. And it's going to take a huge effort on behalf of all the adults in this community to abuse-proof our community. So basically, what we have been doing is working with an organization called Darkness to Light. Perfect name, because we want to shed some light on this particular issue. Darkness to Light has a prevention program called Stewards of Children. It is a sexual abuse prevention program that we've been working with for probably the last 2 to 3 years. This program increases knowledge, improves attitudes, and changes child protective behavior. So let me just say that one of the critical parts to this entire strategy is the fact that we've been able to recruit a very powerfully committed and diverse group of people to serve on the steering committee. This steering committee, which we will be calling Community Partners in Prevention, they're the ones who are going to empower the residents so that we reach the tipping point of changing behavior in our own community. They're the ones, through empowering the residents, that will help our children have a chance to discover who they are and what they can achieve in terms of their fullest potential when they grow up in a safe and nurturing community. We are very, very fortunate to have State Attorney of Prince George's County, Angela Alsobrooks, playing a key role in this partnership. She's responsible for the public safety of over 860,000 residents in this county. She's the top prosecutor. So believe me, she has very intimate knowledge of the impact and the devastation of an issue like this and the long, prolonged effect of it.
We are here today to announce a 5-year partnership between Prince George's County, the YMCA of Greater Washington, and Darkness to Light. And I can tell you, this really is a great opportunity not only for us to announce that partnership, but I'm excited because we have an opportunity together to bust open, I'm going to use those words, a secret that surrounds child sexual abuse. And for too long, this has been a secret not only in our community, but really we're seeing now that this is an ugly secret that has existed in communities all across America. We've been told, even as a child, there are certain things we were told it's just ugly to discuss. There are certain things that were not appropriate to discuss. And these secrets, the secrets have really brought us to some very, very shocking revelations. You've heard Angie talk about the fact that 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused before their 18th birthday. And we have, in the United States alone, there will be 500,000 babies who are born this year who will be sexually abused before they turn 18 years old. And I tell you, when you put real stories to these numbers, it becomes that much more frightening. All of us have had an opportunity to gasp, I think we have collectively, and watching former Penn State assistant coach Jerry Sandusky, who was convicted recently on 45 counts of sexual abuse against a minor. And what was unfortunately not unusual about his circumstance is that he was a community member who was trusted. He founded a group to help young children, the very young boys that he later molested the entire time, and that he used his own charitable organization to gain access to these children. It is even worse, I think, for us to consider that the adults around him knew that this was occurring and they did absolutely nothing to protect these very vulnerable children who were in their care. And so these children have lived, and they are not unlike, unfortunately, the children who suffer every day, even in our community, who live in a world of pain and trauma for years, shamed by the secrets that they were keeping because they thought nobody would believe them. Well, guess what? We believe them, and we're going to do something about these secrets. And so I'm so proud that the YMCA and Darkness to Light have agreed to partner with us. And I know that Darkness to Light could have gone anywhere, absolutely anywhere. So we are so honored that they have chosen to come to Prince George's County. We've seen the Darkness to Light program work in other areas. In Delaware, for example, where more than 800 people have already been trained. And in North Carolina, where they've already trained more than 7,000 residents. So we have so much work to do. We talk so often about one Prince George's and one Maryland. And today we are one powerful voice that will blow the lid off of the container of secrets that our children have had to carry around for far too long. And while we might be one voice, and one voice is possible to be drowned out by the whispers of all of these secrets that they've carried over the years, I believe that all of our collective voices will be too loud now for them not to be heard. And so working together, we will succeed. We'll put an end to this senseless abuse that our children suffer, and we're going to replace their clouds of darkness with the bright light of the sun, because today is a new day. And so I want to say thank you so much again for all of the work that all of you all are doing.